Andrew, welcome to the Yorkshire International Business Convention. You're back in Yorkshire, slightly different role today. You'll be speaking to business people. Is that something that you've done before?
I've done little bits of it, but clearly while you're still playing for England, most of your focus is on your cricket. I think there's been a lot more interest in the cricket side of things since the Ashes. And I strongly believe there's a lot of correlation between what goes on the sports field in terms of preparation and how you go about doing your business, and in the wider corporate world as well. So it'd be great to sort of go through some of the ways we look to prepare for that Ashes series, some of the mistakes we made, some of the things that worked really well, and hopefully if some of the guys here today can take something back and to their companies and learn something from it, then that's great for everyone.
You were up against it in Australia when you won the Ashes. You went over there and upset the odds. And I suppose for people in business these days with the recession, it's tough for them. So what would be your message to Yorkshire business people? What can they learn from having the right mentality?
Well, I think the most important thing is don't leave things to chance and don't just assume that things are going to work out okay. I mean, one of the things we learnt from 4 years ago when we got beaten very comfortably in Australia was that if you want to win out there, you've got to prepare like no side has prepared before. So we did a lot of background work. We made sure that the sort of schedule was right. We did a lot of work with the players on an individual basis as to what might happen out there, so that anything that potentially did happen out there, we were prepared for. We'd already discussed it. We knew how we were going to respond to it as a group and individually. And therefore, when we went out there, thankfully there were no surprises, and that's an important part of it. The most important thing from our point of view clearly was the sort of the team ethos, everyone looking after each other, especially under real pressure and stress. It's very important you don't feel on your own. Their support networks there, everyone's looking after each other. And so when the stress and the pressure gets at its highest, that's what brings you closest together as a side, and that's certainly what happened for us.
Many of your predecessors now have roles in the media. Could you see yourself looking at a role within business in the future?
Well, I wouldn't rule anything out at this stage. I mean, I think at the moment my main priority is to keep captaining England well, and we've got some really strong goals ahead of us. We want to be the number one team in the world, and hopefully we want to go on and create a bit of a legacy that other sides can aspire to in the future. So those are pretty lofty goals, and that's going to take a lot of hard work to get there. I'll worry about the retirement stuff a little bit down the track.